god, what is wrong with my Wi-Fi? I'm calling from my phone, but I'm trying to look at the stream on my laptop. There is something wrong with my Wi-Fi, but I don't know, but it's okay. It'll be okay.
So is like just the service going out, or is it just your computer struggling to connect to it?
I think it's my computer struggling to connect to it. I'm not really sure, but it should be fine. Like, I'm calling from my phone, and I'm using data, so hopefully.
Oh, okay, stream is started. Hello, everyone.
Oh, yes, we are here.
Just clearing up a little bit of technical difficulties real quick.
I hope everyone likes my little doodle that I'm doing here.
It's so nice.
Thank you.
We love it.
I love your little doodle. Yes. Okay, I got the thing.
Aw, the R's.
Sending the announce in the Discord.
I can get that changed real quick. At least I think I can. You may need to edit it on your end, Mims.
Where?
The stream title is from when under stream info.
Oh, yes.
Okay, Discord announcement is sent.
How do I change the stream name again?
It should be under stream info if you're doing it from OBS. Here, let me open up mine so I can always guide you through. Hold on.
Oh yeah, they can hear us.
Yeah.
So if you go to docs, and then there's one that says stream information. There should be down there stream information underneath that. Wondering why you can't. I think I can probably change it. Give me one sec. I'm just looking. I believe I can. Oh, I'm not an editor. If I can, I'll have to see if I can get Snoopy in here, potentially, because I know he is a lead mod on the channel.
He's unavailable today.
Okay.
Well, while we get the title figured out, do we want to just go ahead and start since we have 44 people waiting in here?
I am definitely down for that.
I suppose, yeah, sure.
Alrighty.
Let's do this.
So, hi everyone. Welcome to the Clash Writer Q&A that is happening today, July 19th, 2026. I'm Dusky Sky. I'm the writing lead for Clash. I've been on the team for about 2.5 years now. That's pretty much it for me. And if Thomas and Lynn would like to introduce themselves.
Go ahead, Lynn.
Oh, okay. Hello, everyone. I'm Lynn. I am a game and community writer here at Two Town Corporate Clash. I've been with the team since September of last year, so It's almost been my first full year here on the team.
Awesome. And I'm Thomas. I am a moderator for Corporate Clash, and I have been on the team for about 6 months now.
And I'm Mims. I'm the one drawing stuff. I've been here for about 2 years now. I don't think I'll have any input, but I'll just give my witty commentary whenever they say things.
And then we also get to see your
You
lovely
draw the
artwork.
funny
okay?
Oh
picture.
yeah, of
Come on.
course. I
Yeah.
draw the funny picture.
The best content along with the talking.
Of course. I'm literally the jester.
So for those of you who may or may not be aware, we opened a Q&A the day prior to this stream. So we will be primarily answering questions from that Q&A. If there is time closer to the end, then we may look at questions from the chat, but we'll be primarily focusing on the pre-submitted questions. Just as a heads up.
Yes, I'll try and keep track if we do have time to do so. Alrighty. Well, then,
so
are you
do
ready
we
then,
wanna-
Dusky?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Alrighty. All right. So our first question that we have is: would Misty be a Homestuck fan, and what would her class spec be?
Oh, this question made me laugh. I was a
Really?
Homestuck fan back in like high school, but I haven't really kept track of it all that much. So when this question was posed, we actually asked one of our resident Homestuck fans, Mayhem, for their thoughts. I'm going to go ahead and read off their answer because they typed it out. Let's see. So their answer was Witch of Void. Witches in Homestuck are an active class, meaning they adjust and manipulate their aspect themselves, others, or their surroundings to their own will. They typically express strong emotions with relation to their beliefs, regardless of what others think about them. For instance, Misty is set on the idea of her being a quote-unquote nice cog, that she wants to be friends with Toons. She does not see or realize what cogs are doing to the Toons and why they would keep them from wanting to befriend her. It's a strong ideal she holds and one she isn't likely to let go of soon. Void represents unknown, secrets, and obscurity. Aspects of their characters are mysterious, apathetic, and have a tendency to blend into the background or go unnoticed, all of which fit Misty's character, in my opinion.
What did you say she was? A witch of
A Witch of Void.
Witch of Void.
Witch of Void.
I'll draw her in the corner in like the little outfits that they
Yay!
have.
That's gonna be awesome. I'm also gonna
And
pin
I
a
think
chat real quick.
I think
Sorry.
she would be a Homestuck fan. Like, I've never read Homestuck. When I saw the question, I asked in the chat, did anyone read Homestuck? Because I have no idea what this means. But I think she was like Homestuck. Because I know I would have liked Homestuck if I got to read it.
I think she may have been within the fandom bubble where she to exist in our
cog
reality.
fandom.
I would not be surprised.
She would be a
No, I
Tumblr
agree.
girly.
Oh yeah.
Tumblr girly? Yes. Well, that is
She knows where the
beautiful. You're
president
already
got his
on it.
shoelaces or whatever.
Okay, I have the permissions to edit the title. I'm doing that real fast.
Yay.
Hooray.
Okay, while I get that going, I will also get the next question going if you feel like you're ready for that.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Is there the possibility of cogs or Toons ever switching sides? Oh my goodness. Has it ever happened before?
It actually hasn't happened in current canon, but I do find this question very interesting because I know it's something that the fandom tends to explore. Man, the fandom is so creative with those ideas.
And
As
it is so
far
awesome to
as
see.
yes, just as like a disclaimer, anything we say in stream it applies to canon, essentially, the philosophy that we on the team go through. Any of the answers we give, like, you're free to like defy them in your own fiction. Please do not take our word as the only word. I feel the need to say that because I don't want people to get on other people for it. So just
Please
putting that little disclaimer out there.
Please have fun. Please do whatever you want forever. But these characters, these are just kind of like the rules we follow when we're working on
Yes.
Clash.
So that said, as far as the tunes go, I don't think that there's a potential of them switching sides. Generally, when we're looking at tunes, whether they're on the more selfish side or the more altruistic side, I think in general, tunes care about each other and they care about Toontown and the island that they live on. The thing about the cogs is that their goal is to destroy that and basically make their own society, push their own society forward at the cost of all of that. I don't think any tunes in canon would be for that, per se. Lynn, do you have any thoughts on that?
I don't really have any thoughts on that either. I'm kind of just like going up what you said, even if like a tune is shown to be like they're selfish, they're snarky, they're not really the best person, they most likely, despite all of that, they probably wouldn't want to side for their cog with the cogs because the cogs are kind of getting rid of their home and they kind of go against everything they want. So the chances of them probably wanting to even go to the cogs, I would say, pretty low.
Sorry that I brought up a picture of like Cardcat. I need a reference for the proportions, so ignore him.
You're fine. I'm
It's
very
okay, it's
entertained
fine.
watching you draw
Me
him
too.
or Misty with him as reference.
It's actually literally perfect.
Aw.
As far as the cogs go, I'd say that it's more likely, but it still has its own complications. Because, we've seen cogs like Rainmaker or like Thomas, for example, that are more outwardly sympathetic to tunes or kind to them, but in the end, they still have their own motives. They're still driven by their society. And sort of a writing thing. Suit Society is kind of built on that business first idea. What you do, how you conduct yourself is kind of built around progress, built around building up the company, and who you are as an individual comes second to that. So basically, if a cog were to defect, they're going against their entire society, all of their programming, and chances are they're going to lose everyone that they had before defecting. Not to mention that the tunes would actually have to accept them, which is, as you have seen with Misty, not the easiest thing in the world. So, yeah, more possible, but it's still going to be a very lengthy process, a lot of unlearning, a lot of that.
A very long, very complex process. So probably
Yes.
would probably be really cool to watch, to be honest. Just the idea of like, do you want to lose everything you've known, like lose what you've known, or for the possibility of like being able to achieve something that's better for you, or would you rather stay like in the society that is not good for you when you have like everyone you know and is what you know, you know?
Mm. I think that it is like also keeping in mind that cog morality and the morality of the tunes are very different. So it would also take acknowledging that basically everything you learned from the time of your creation was harmful and wrong, which is, possible, but it's difficult.
Yes.
We love complexity.
Yay.
Complexity is
I
amazing,
think,
isn't it?
yes. I mean, part of the reason why I love Misty is because there's a lot of room to challenge her, and honestly, also Mary too, challenge her on what she thinks is right. Because, for both Misty and Mary, there are things that are in their head that are quote unquote right, but there's also a lot of things that are quote unquote wrong. So it's a matter of reconciling those two aspects, seeing which side they will fall on, which I personally have really enjoyed exploring while on the writing team.
Awesome. Do we feel like we're ready for the next one?
Unless anybody has anything else to share.
I think I'm ready for the next one.
All right. Next question we have is, do you guys ever toy around with the idea of adding more disabled tunes and cogs? And from a purely hypothetical perspective, if you were tasked to write a disabled character, what kind of disability would you want to write about and how?
This is a very interesting question. I'm really glad this one was asked because we do actually have at least one tune with a physical disability in the works. If you have read our blog posts, we actually previewed one of their mobility aids, which will be in the game. I'm not sure how much I'm able to reveal outside of that, just because it hasn't been said through any other official sources, and I don't want to be the person who spoils somebody else's work. But it is something that we've definitely considered within the team. As far as how to write them, I would say that, because cogs are robots and tunes are basically sentient ink and paint brought to life with cartoon logic, it's kind of hard to one-to-one recreate a disability that you would see in a human just because the biology is very different. But I would say, as far as the approach to writing a disability, we have examples like Robots 2006, where, you need to replace parts every so often and you can become an out mode. Or, for example, with tunes, it's a bit more abstract, but I think it's helpful to think of them as, art pieces within themselves. Anybody who's gone through the artistic process, sketching, line art, coloring, that you can go through like thousands of iterations, spend hours on one piece. Various things can happen during that time. And I think if you were to try and create a specific type of disability for a tune, that would be the thing to look at to start with. And I'm being kind of vague here because this is something that we have talked at length about on the team, but I'm not sure how much I'm able to reveal yet again.
I think adding onto that as part of the process would also probably just be a lot of research on what you want to write. Like, I know at least what I would do would be try to find like authors or other written pieces of people who have like a disability who we want to write about, and actually like learn like what to write, how to write that sensitively, if that makes sense.
Definitely.
Yes, I know with what was shown on the blog post, from what I remember, there was a lot of research that went into to designing that character's mobility aid and the ramps in the general store. So a lot would definitely be going into that.
I don't know if that was revealed yet.
I thought it was.
Might have been.
I think
Has the general store model revealed? I don't remember.
I
or
think
the concept
so.
art. It was the concept art.
There was a concept art.
You're safe.
Okay. Cool. That's the thing about being on the team. You constantly forget what's already been
What's
made
out
public
and
and what hasn't been.
not.
Dude, I'm gonna be like Tom Holland during the Infinity War and the Game Saga when he kept on spoiling stuff, like with the poster. So,
Oh my gosh.
Classified information.
Classified.
Okay, several people are stepping in to say to affirm what was being said. So
Yes.
yay, we're safe.
You're okay.
Hooray.
I remember seeing it myself, then having that reassurance was nice too.
Who that character is, though, you're gonna have to wait and see.
True.
they are so awesome. I want everyone to see them right now because they are so cool.
I do like how you kind of like said, like creating an equivalent like really isn't impossible, but like you can kind of like sort of simulate it to real life, just framing it into a Toontown method, right? Or a Toontown style between cogs and tunes. So I kind of like that.
I mean, if I were to think about it, like, just as like an example, so in Overwatch, there's a lot of characters that are like amputees and have like cybernetic limbs.
Yes.
So I would think of it like in that same context. Like, think of the world that the character is in and sort of adapt what you are creating to that world, and you can still have that like disability, but it'll be, you know, within the context of the story and narrative. And I think when that is pulled off successfully, it's really, really cool.
Good old Reinhardt for frame of reference, if anyone doesn't know Overwatch. All right, does anyone else have anything on that before I go to the next?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. I think the rest is like stuff that hasn't been revealed, and I don't want to be like Tom Holland, so I'll leave it at that.
Fair enough. Fair enough. All right. The next question that we have is, are there any plot points that had been decided to scrap outright with absolutely zero intention to revisit? And if so, what were the ideas?
There are a lot that I can't share that I'm like fighting the urge to share because they're really, really funny.
Oh yeah.
But you can't share.
There's a lot of them. We've made a tradition of every time somebody new joins the team, we try to flood them with all of the like various scrapped ideas that we had, just to jump scare them and see how they react.
I highly remember that.
Yeah, it's very fun, honestly.
I was just like, oh my.
But as far as stuff that we can reveal, this was actually one that I was thinking on last night, because this is something that I wrote, I think before I became a lead, and it got approved, but I kind of wish it hadn't been. For those of you that were around summer of 2024, for the blog post that came out, this was when we reworked Craig and Chris's like head models. This was around that time, if you remember that blog post. So something that got included in that blog post was quote unquote modifications to the personality chips of Misty and Prester. Oh goodness!
It was you.
That was meant to indicate. That was meant to indicate they got new dialogue. That wasn't actually a thing.
That's funny.
But yeah, I think that the only currently canon exploration of actual personality chip modifications is Chip. And I think it's kind of like a dark, more serious topic to tackle. And honestly, I think this is kind of explored in the previous Buck and Brian storyline again, like with the modifications to somebody's personality. Like, it's something that shouldn't really be treated flippantly within the narrative, given the implications of it. So, yeah, that's scrapped. If it's going to be handled again, it's going to be in a case where it can be given weight.
I think I remember getting on the team and like at some point early on, like asking about the personality chips and like what was up with that. So it's been talked about at length.
Yeah. Yeah, that was my mistake. So to everybody who saw that and got concerned, sorry about that. That was me doing a stupid.
Doing a stupid? It happens. It's all right.
Yeah. I am not infallible as a writer. But that's why I have an entire team to keep me in check, isn't it?
Hey, nobody's perfect, but you know what? We all work together, right?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Very true. As far as other scrapped content, What are
is
we
Twitch
allowed to
lagging
talk
for some
about?
people? Hold on,
Wait.
sorry, one sec. I'm not having
I
anything
did
on my end, but
I did see it buffering once or twice, but it's fine
Yeah.
right now for me.
is
Yeah,
everybody good
I don't know.
now?
Oh, thank you, Twitch.
Yay.
What part did you
Thanks,
guys not
Twitch.
hear?
Okay, I think we should be good then, right?
I think.
What was
Okay.
the last
Did you guys
thing
still have anything
everything
else?
heard?
Yeah, what was the last thing everything heard so we can reiterate if we need to?
Just watching chat. Holy crap, there are 80 people here. Hi.
I think it was past the Buck and Brand discussion. I didn't hear.
Oh, okay. So just reiterating what that was. So personality chip work and like modifying another cog's personality. That's really going to be kept to situations in which it can be handled with the appropriate weight. It's not really something that we're going to be flippant about. I wouldn't say necessarily scrapped, but certainly any instances of it outside of, as far as current canon ship, not a thing anymore, ideally.
Yeah, and the whole idea of like personality chips has been talked about at length with that. So there's definitely been discussions going on about that.
Yeah, I think a lot of what we did as far as the Cogstat Inc. revisions that we made recently was a lot of like clearing up serious subject matter that I don't think we have the room to tackle, or that was not handled in the best way per se. Unfortunately, you know, it did exist, and it's something that, you know, we make the mistake, we correct it as best we can, and we try to do better in the future.
Absolutely. Also, yes, Mims, amazing job so far.
Thank
I'm really
you.
loving this.
Your art is always so gorgeous, man.
Thank you.
It really is.
You're all
I like watching your
magnificent.
process.
Thank you. I get made
You guys have
fun of
anything else
because
to
I
add on
paint
that at all?
over the lines.
I might
Oh,
try doing that low key. Like I'm curious, but in terms of like what else to add, I think all the other stuff I have is like first knowledge that I can't share, and like kind of going off of the what Dusky was saying that like some stuff, some older lore stuff was a lot more heavy. I think, especially within the world of Clash, there was definitely, at least in the fandom sense, there's definitely this really cool opportunity to explore a bunch of different topics. But in terms of like the story that we want to tell, the writing team, and like how we want to write it, it's not necessarily the most appropriate like place to tell that story. Hence why like we go back and we look at stuff we want to change and like how we want to cover stuff respectfully.
for sure.
Mm-hmm. I think that, you know, it's knowledge that accumulates over time, and the more you do it, the more you learn what to do, and the more you learn what not to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's all I have for that question.
All right, so you guys ready for the next then?
Yep.
Alrighty, the next question is, would you guys ever consider making cogs.inc pages for the cogs that don't have them?
God, please.
Yes. That question got asked a lot around the time of the revisions, didn't it? Well, it is certainly something we want to do. The thing is, currently we have, I think, how many webdubs do we have? 2 or 3? And currently cogs.inc is less of a priority than other things that they're doing in the background. So while it's certainly something we want to do, it's something that's going to wait until it is something fun for tech and not another obligation on top of what they already have to do. Our tech people are wonderful, but they are also stretched very thin. So, it is a want, but it will be something that comes later.
It is very much a want, but we also don't want to kill our tech team members. So
Yes.
one day it'll be coming.
Everyone join tech now.
Yes, give us more tech team members.
Everyone's saying
They're
we love you, tech
absolutely
team.
They're absolutely lovely, absolutely talented people. And the last thing we want to do is put pressure on them when they already have very full plates. Okay, I'm going to make one exception to the rule for no questions from chat. The old Derek Man model getting replaced on the corporate Clash website.
Oh my god.
Slushy
We don't talk
man.
about him.
Hopefully. Also,
talking about the Slush
Crunchy
Man.
said one person's mic is kind of hard to hear. I think
It might be me. Can you guys hear me?
I can turn you up a little bit on my end.
yeah, it looks like it was Lynn.
Dang. Okay.
I turned Lynn up a little bit on Discord,
Okay.
so maybe it might be easier to hear.
Okay.
Yes,
Yeah,
I am.
unfortunately, they are
using-
having connection
They
issues.
do.
They're using their phone.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They
would do
do
it
be on their phone.
I would do it on my laptop, but I am having difficulties with my Wi-Fi. So you guys are getting the phone mic for now.
Well, we appreciate you being here regardless.
Of course.
Yay!
But I don't think, did anybody have anything else to add on about the website? The Cogs.inc website, I mean.
Not really. Just it would making profiles for the people that don't have them would be super fun. But again, that won't be until tech isn't super stretched thin.
We love our tech team. They're
team's
the
amazing.
goats.
Shout out the tech team. You guys do amazing jobs.
Yeah, they're actual wizards. I don't know how they do it, but everything they do is so good.
All right, well, you guys ready for the next one then?
Yep.
Alrighty. What are your methods to make sure every character has a unique voice?
Ooh, this is one of my favorite questions. So
I
thank
like
you
this
to
one.
whoever asked this one. I know I've been taking charge of the conversations kind of. Lynn, did you want to try answering this one first, or did you want me to go ahead?
You can go ahead.
Okay. So I think character voice is somewhat of an acquired skill. Like, it takes a lot of practice to do. The way that I personally approach it is I look at who the character is as an individual, like their personality. Are they more casual? If they're more casual, they might say like "don'tcha" or like obligation schmobligation, or like silly little slang things like that. If they're more casual, they may also omit the subject. They might have speech that sounds more like somebody who is like just hanging out, off speaking like kind of off the cuff. To bring up a relevant example, I was writing for Misty for something recently, and I can go into how I wrote her a bit. So, as far as how I tackle like cogs, I would say that they speak in a way that's stereotypically more like business center. So, like, they use very correct grammar. They don't really bend the rules in the way that like a casual speaker might. They always start a sentence properly, and also they tend to use big words instead of abbreviations. So a cog is more likely to say advertisements than ads. Misty does follow those principles, but she also tends to bend them a little more, especially when speaking to tunes. So she might start speaking a little more casually, but she still seems very like proper, if that makes sense. And of course, she's also very shy, very like timid. So I tend to throw in like some ellipses or some words that basically indicate that she's kind of a little unsure of herself, just as like an example.
Fake writers take notes.
I do like how what you guys have done with dialogue for them. Unique lines for like, you know, Prester with the style of the fight, or Dave, you know, I just love all the different kinds of, you know, lingo that they have.
I feel
I
like
both
because
adore writing Prester and hate writing Prester with every fiber of my being.
I was gonna
know
say
No,
for
some of the word choice, I was like, wow, this is deep, but I like it. Really deep into like the lore and just into like the style of the medieval fight. Like I love it.
Sorry, Mim. Side of an official capacity. But
sorry, I was deafened, I think, for like
oh,
the last minute.
we're back.
It might have been.
Hello.
I'm
Welcome
sorry.
back.
Sorry, I think you were
Oh, that's
going to
fine.
say
None of us could
something
be heard.
about
None of us could be heard.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
What was the
Oop.
last question you guys had?
Yeah,
Oh,
just a heads up from the chat. Where was the last thing you heard?
yeah, we must know.
yeah.
Clash of Lost Media.
We're lost,
We
guys.
do be lost media. Unfortunate.
Did you guys happen to? Okay, so track says it's about a minute. Do you want to just redo the question, or what do you think?
Drea said that Dusky had just started talking about Prester.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. I was saying that I both love writing Prester and hate writing Prester with every fiber of my being.
The Prester of audio laws.
Stoltiloquence. Like, who would have thought for a vocabulary word like that?
Prester killed my audio
He
because he
says
hated
things
me
that are
talking
like
about him.
not in the whitelist.
Prester did not want to be talked about.
Well, it's too bad because I'm going to talk about him anyway. So
Exactly.
the story I was going to tell. This is actually a little initiative that I started around the time that I became a lead, I think. So at the time, some of the cogs had unique attack dialogue. So for example, Plutocrat had it. I think Firestarter had it. Dave had it. Basically, if the cog had a more unique speech pattern, their dialogue was replaced with something that was more in character. One of the characters who didn't get this was Prester, and it drove me up a wall because the attack lines for his attacks can get very casual, very out of character for Prester. So I took it upon myself to reach out to the writing team and be like, "Hey, can I write new dialogue for him, please? this, this is so out of character and it's driving me nuts." And then I got approved for that. And then another one of our writers, Duke Tricky Flip, who is one of the older writers on the team, he asked if he could do the same for Rainmaker. And I was like, yeah, sure. Those can all go into the game at the same time. Yay. Hooray. Happy day. So that happened. And then after those two were released, we had a few more crew come forward saying, hey, this also applies to Cathal. This also applies to Tawny. This also applies to like all these other characters who didn't get unique lines of dialogue. So that's what led to 1.10 adding unique dialogue to all of the managers who didn't have it before. So it all started with Prester speaking casually, which drove me nuts.
This is all his fault.
I think it also, not to be like the actually, but I think that also applies to Cosmo and Flint, that they both don't have unique dialogue for their attacks yet, I think.
Oh, they do.
They do?
They don't have uniquely written. I believe it's like taking the existing cog lines and fitting it to their speech pattern. So like you see Plutocrat's accent in the lines, but they do technically have unique lines. They're just not as unique as the individually written ones.
But I know what I am doing after this call, or after this stream.
Giving you ideas, I see.
Already new ideas, yes.
Excuse me. But for me and the question that was asked about the unique voice, dialogue is actually something that I struggle with a lot. I tend to struggled with it during the Halloween update and even with this year's April Toons comic. So a lot of the way I do it is I kind of direct and plan out what I want the characters to say. I type it out in plain speech. This is what I want the character to say. This is what the point that I want them to get across. And this is how they're going to say it. This is like the tone that they're going to use. Maybe like how, if it's going to be casual or professional, and like kind of listing that out and then continuing to write like the script and then going back and then actually typing it out in their actual voice, how they would say it. And to stay in that voice, I do a lot of referencing like their current voice lines, which is on the wiki, their character entries that we have internally. So it's a lot of checking, and also something that I do is like to myself in that character voice. So like using the words that they would use and seeing how that sounds, how that flows with that speech. So at least for me, that's kind of what helps me get through writing dialogue. Because I know that when I was writing the April Tunes comic for this year, I saw Prester and I was like, what am I going to do with you? Because he uses so many big words.
Oh, Prester. He will never not be a thorn in our side.
So true.
Though I think that's exactly how he'd want it.
Oh, of course that's how he'd want it. No other way.
I saw somebody bring up the new case manager lines, and I will say those were received very well. If you've scrolled up in the Clash starboard in our official Discord server, you will know about a funny bug that happened while troubleshooting that. I'm currently looking for it so Mims can show it on stream. Oh, I found it.
Please do.
Case manager.
Case manager. I'm putting it in the voice chat, mute chat. There it is. Case manager.
Case manager.
Oh my god. Case manager. He said that.
Case manager.
He did. Case manager.
True.
There he is.
Case manager.
The way he's looking
Case
at the eviction
manager.
notice. Case manager.
Oh gosh, that's one of my favorite screenshots.
Yeah, he wrote notes on the back of the eviction notice. Case manager.
Case manager.
Yeah, honestly, you guys did an amazing job on updating dialogue for the uniqueness of the manager fights and just in general. So props to all of you guys for what you do as well. Coming up with these amazing dialects and just, settings for that. I just love it.
Well, thank you.
Thank
Writing
you.
team also deserves shout out because we love our writing team.
Absolutely.
Yay. It's definitely been a learning process for me and kind of diving into things that I'm not really comfortable with, and it's been really rewarding. Just this year that I've been on the team.
Yeah, even with the Oakland litigation team, you guys killed on that too. I like the unique lines you guys had for the Wizard of Oz setting that they had.
Oh yeah,
Halloween.
for Halloween.
I swear. I think one of the Gator lines was just like, "Don't take this as an active." I'm trying to remember what exactly the line was, but it's something against being cowardly or something like that. And I love it just because him being lion. I'm like, that was literally so perfect, and I just loved it. The first time that I fought in Oklo, after that update, and I saw that it was a Wizard of Oz cast, I'm like, this is beautiful.
Shout out to that one person who. Oh,
I think it was Maxie who wrote the litigation team for Halloween. They are the litigation team expert. So shout out Maxie.
I vaguely remember writing some of Kilo's lines, but I do think it was majority Maxie. But I was also going to say shout out to that one person who correctly recognized that Steno's teeth during Halloween read out somewhere over the rainbow, because that was a concept decision that came from me. Yay!
I was actually about to mention that because I remember seeing that probably the second or third time I did it. I'm like, wait a minute, that says that. Hold on. So awesome. Good job.
Yes. Oh, Halloween is another good example of character dialogue being sort of in voice. One character that I really liked writing for Halloween was Buck, just because there were a million different directions I could take of just our crazy little guy yelling a million little references. That was really fun.
That's awesome.
Buck in general is very fun to write.
Speaking of Halloween, a character that I got to write for was Urfit, and I am really happy that I got to write for him. He, like I've said before, he was a bit of a struggle, especially with his rhyme scheme, and trying to figure out like how to work that rhyme scheme in with like his attack line specifically, but even in just like writing his simple attack lines has really made me appreciate his character a whole lot more. So
Jim, bro.
it's
Urfit is such a funny little guy, and you did such an excellent job.
I agree.
thank you.
You guys always do an amazing job, all right? But that was an amazing return for Urfit. I loved it.
I'm so glad he got to come back this year. Yeah. Or I guess it was this past year, not this year, but you know. I'm looking to the side.
We'll say the past fall though. This last fall hasn't been another fall yet. So
Yes,
there you
perfect.
And he was in the April Toons comic.
Yes, that too.
Yes,
I
the flunkies, of
love to
course.
see him in the comic. That was great.
Such technique, such flair, and he's going for the steel chair. Oh, the April Toons comic. Sorry, this question is going on for a long time just because there's so much to it. But the April Toons comic, I think, was also a really fun exploration of like different character voices because it just has so many present at a time, like both this year's and last year's, which was the High Rollers High Cruise with Reed, Edgar, Holly, and Spruce. That one was written by Twy. Shout out to Twy. But yeah, it's like you get to see so many different characters all together, and they all have such
Our stream might be buffering
voices.
Again. We're back.
Oh. Are we back?
I think so.
You want to repeat that part just in case it was missed?
Yeah, sure. So what I was saying was both in this year's April Toons comic with like the litigation team, Lauren, Bumpy, Witch Hunter, Little Old Man, and of course High Roller and Urfit. And then as well with last year's, which was focused mainly on Reed, Edgar, Holly, and Spruce. I think that the April Toons comics are an excellent chance to really explore like that, you know, character voice because you have so many different characters put together in ways that you don't normally see. And you kind of get to just go ham with them as much as you want.
Yeah, I love that. Do you guys have anything else to add to that? We thought the same thing there.
Same thoughts.
I think that's all I have to say. Like, I would have more to say, but they're all just kind of like a bunch of jumbled thoughts. And oh, we didn't even get to talk about the tunes. But I feel like this question has been going on for like a really long time. And
well,
I
think there is a tune question. There is another tune question shortly.
Yes.
So we can yap about our little guys in a bit.
Yes, that'll be perfect. All right. Well, on that note, then I will go ahead and just ask the next one here. Our next one is with a large and varied ensemble cast of characters like the manager cogs. I can imagine there's a risk of having them and the cogs by proxy appear less villainous or antagonistic in the game's overall story. How is this worked around to keep their personalities intact, but still having them remain as the villains?
Ooh, yes. Because I know that is something that has been discussed within the corporate Clash fan base since, you know, before my time on the team even. I think the way that I would approach this as far as keeping them villains is they're sort of like, you know, any cast of large villains, like think Batman or to a lesser extent, maybe even the Disney villains. There's such a wide array of characters with different motivations. They all like come from, you know, a different place as far as like who they are and what their goals are. But I think that the core to keeping them villains is their, let's see, how would I put this? Ultimately, even though there are varying levels of good things and bad things, quote unquote, about them, they still cause harm to the toons. Like, even the most sympathetic cogs, like, or quote unquote sympathetic cogs like Misty or Thomas, they're all complacent with the system that is actively destroying Toontown and diminishing the toons' way of life. And then, you know, you have the more active threats like, say, Tree Killer or Witch Hunter, who are like actively like, I don't care about the toons. I'm just going to do my job. I'm going to do what I want. Heck. So I think just keeping that principle in mind, they're all under Cogs Inc. And Cogs Inc. by nature does wrong by the toons. So as long as that fact isn't forgotten, I think it's pretty easy to keep them in the villain role.
Yeah.
At least from my perspective.
That's a great way of putting it.
Like, kind of going off that, like, there's a lot of complexity with a couple of our cogs, and some of that complexity is that, like, maybe it is true that, like, they are hurting under their society. It is true that, like, society sucks, but it is also true that, like, they have their own motives, that they ultimately, at the end of the day, they are still working for Cogs Inc. and they are still actively causing harm to Toontown and to the toons.
And I think that active cause for harm is very much like, I don't think you can be a good guy and actively want to hurt cute, silly little animals. I saw
Also,
a comment in the chat.
Oh, I was also saying. Wait.
You can go first.
I was also kind of gonna say that, like, in thinking of how we can, like, keep specifically the managers as, like, villains, something that my mind kind of went to was kind of keeping them as almost a butt of the joke, as in, like, they think they're gonna win, they think they're so cool, but at the end of the day, like, the toon resistance and joy and whimsy will surpass them.
I love when characters just like suck at their job. I love it so much.
I do appreciate when the comics emphasize that they're just kind of like, even though they're doing bad things, they're still very goofy. Like, this is bringing up one of my own social media comics, but there's a comic with Tree Killer and Firestarter, where Firestarter is setting fire to a forest, and he's like, "Okay, I'm done here." And then Tree Killer walks up, and he's like, "Oh, you're having a barbecue," and he just eats all the trees off screen. Like, it's comedic, but it's also like, yeah, you are setting a forest on fire and then eating all of the trees that are burning.
Oh wow, the Firestarter is starting fires.
Wow.
Who would have thought?
Who would have thought? But yeah, I think, like, keeping them in the villain role, as long as you keep these things in mind, isn't, like, difficult. Well, I don't want to say it isn't difficult, because it is its own balance that you need to find, but if you have those guiding principles, it becomes easier. And I think that's about all I have to say on that. Lynn, did you have anything else you wanted to add?
I think that was all I wanted to add, really, was that, like, the idea of keeping the cog kind of being the butt of the joke, like, especially in comics. But I think that's it for that question.
Oh yeah, I see you. I see you in the chat, Crunchy. I know it wasn't a critique. Like, it's an interesting question. Thank you for asking it. Because I think with a lot of these questions, it's not just the opportunity to like share information with you guys. It's also sort of like a introspection on how you like do things as a writer that you may not be aware that you consciously or unconsciously do. So honestly, it's like self-reflection as much as it is answering questions to a curious public.
Mm-hmm.
All right, you guys ready for the next one?
I believe so.
All right.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, the next one is, how has the writing process for toons changed over the recent years, and what can we expect to see in store for toon characters in the future?
Oh, on the topic of cogs being sympathetic and being perceived as not villains, I think a lot of that also comes down to how the toons are depicted. Not necessarily in the writing itself, though that is a component, certainly, but also with the toons. You don't really get the chance to interact with them to the same degree that you get to interact with specifically the manager cogs, because the manager cogs have cutscene that is always accessible once you access their fight. You can go back and see their dialogue much easier than compared to a toon where you're kind of just doing the task line. You have the ability to spam click through everything that they say. There are a million different toons that you come into contact with. They're love large numbers, I suppose. There's just so many of them that it's hard to keep track, and there are certainly some memorable ones there. I think also one of Clash's problems is that our more memorable toons, a lot of them don't actually appear in the game, like Macopsis, Windows, or if they do appear in the game, it's very minimal compared to their out-of-game presence, like Da Vinci or Rain or Scout. Well, I guess Scout isn't in the game anymore either. We have a lot of funky little guys that you either don't really get to see, or when you do see them, it's like very few and far between, and it's very easy to skip. So I would say that the approach that we've been taking recently, as far as my time on the team, has been creating toon content that is A, not easily lost to the sands of time, and B, is interactable outside of the task line. For those of you that are familiar with Reed and Lynn, those are our current April Toons / Halloween vendors. They were sort of our first public foray into having toon interactability outside of the task line. I think that writing's goal, like especially with the Hammerspace NPCs, wink wink, will be getting to see their characters outside of a task context, being able to interact with them like on your own terms anytime that you so see fit. I think that's been certainly a problem with toons in the past, just by the nature of how TTO set everything in place. But it's something that we want to resolve in the future, certainly.
I'm like trying to figure out how else I want to word what I want to say. Because I have been on the team for less than Dusky has been on the team, and at least what I've noticed is that there's definitely been kind of this push to center toons and toon characters, and to look at like who might be prominent toons within the task line itself, and try to bring them out more. I know something that's at least I've also been thinking about is like, how can we flesh out these toon characters? Why do they Like, why do they fight honor resistance if they're honor resistance? What do they do? But what's their character? How do they deal with the cog invasion? So at least internally, I think there has been like a really big shift in trying to center the tunes and flesh them out more. Even the tunes who like maybe don't have a lot right now aren't really seen in other places. Off the top of my head, I can think like, or actually, I don't think that's public knowledge yet. But I know that like we have been talking about the tunes. We love the tunes. We want to see more of them, and can definitely expect to see more stuff of prominent tunes within the task line in the future.
I know Lynn in particular has been very enthusiastic about some of the tunes that are already prominent within the task line, and she's put a lot of hard work into that. So thumbs up to Lynn. Thank you for all of your hard work in that regard, certainly.
W. Lynn.
I love the tunes. They are so awesome, and I'm like trying not to like reveal all our secrets, but the tunes are awesome. I think there's a lot that can be done with them, and I can't wait for you guys to see them.
Yes, everyone's saying thank you. W. Lynn, indeed.
Yes, everybody say W Lynn in the chat. Yes.
Let's all get a
Wonderful.
W. Lynn. Anything else you guys have to add on that?
About the tunes, I don't think so.
Yeah, no, right now I don't think so.
All right, I will ask the last two since they are they're pretty similar, so I'll kind of just ask them together if you guys want.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
So in the Meet the Writing Team blog post, you mentioned using the Corporate Clash website to expand on character writing. Has any progression on this idea been made or have plans changed? And then what is the approach to the game's lore going forward?
Okay, so just as like a little heads up to the audience, I did combine these two because they're kind of similar in terms of our methodology. We are certainly making progress in terms of that character writing. We have yapped about it a little bit within this stream. But basically, there are three major things that we've been sort of working on behind the scenes as far as developing characters and developing the world building. The first one is we are workshopping the characters and the world building. The thing about Clash is that up until mid 2022, there wasn't actually any writing team. So a lot of that documentation, as far as what the team's goals were, has been sort of lost to time. So a lot of what we've been doing is also rebuilding those foundations that were sort of lost as team members move on. And actually getting it down in writing so that anyone who joins the team is able to actually keep track of those ideas or change them as they see fit. Indeed, lost medias. The second would be we certainly, as far as developing like new characters, especially with the Hammerspace NPCs, we do hope to extend like their visibility as far as what I said earlier, viewing them outside the task line, but also maybe shifting the task line a bit so that the important NPCs are still characters. They're not just one and done. You say hi, you do a fetch quest, you say bye. So figuring out where the characters fit in terms of that web, maybe giving some more plot importance, maybe well, this is all in the hypothetical, of course, wink, wink. But yeah, essentially just shifting the characters around as needed. And then the third thing, which I'm pretty excited to talk about. We have gotten the green light to release more short stories. For those of you who know A Prelude to Pilfering, the Reed and Lynn short story that it released around March, expect more of those. So those will be coming eventually. They take a lot of effort, a bit more effort than what you would, expect from like a blog post or a social media comic. But yeah, expect more of those on the way. Should I do the reveal now?
Yes.
Or
yes.
I think so.
Alrighty. So so for the makeship rewards, some of you know that one of the things in there is a web asset pack. Along with the web asset pack will be 2 short stories, one for Misty and one for Mary.
Yay.
So, very soon.
Awesome. This is awesome.
But yeah, there you go. Oh, okay. It's funny because there's a stream delay and I can kind of tell when the chat catches up to everything that I say.
Yeah, I can see that
You wait
too.
for that. You wait for that little like 10 to 15 seconds, and you see all of the hype coming in.
Yep, there it is. Hello,
If
everyone.
needed, guys, you can always
Yeah.
refresh your chat too in case it ever does delay. Usually, it will catch itself back up.
Yeah, true.
Misty and very short stories are coming, and at least what I've seen working on them, I think you guys are gonna love them. Like, I'm excited for these. I'm excited for the future of Clash. I'm excited.
It has certainly been, a lot of work, but honestly, getting to bring everything like actually to life, bringing everything out for everybody, like it's been so rewarding, honestly.
Yeah. Kind of going back to the first point that Dusky was making and like talking about how there wasn't a writing team until I think it was like mid 2023, and the fact that like a lot of our lore, even internally, or what were you saying?
I think it was mid 2022, if I remember correctly. If anyone who is like old blood on the team wants to correct me, feel free to. But yeah, I think it was like towards the very, very late end of 1.3. But correct me if I'm wrong.
Gotcha. Yeah, but the writing team is like compared to, it's a bit newer, and from what I understand and a lot of the digging that I've done, like in some of the old crew archives, for lack of better words, things are pretty scattered. And a lot of what we've been doing is like kind of picking up all those pieces and figuring out, okay, what are we going to do with all these pieces? How are we going to put it together? And what story do we want to tell with all of this information? And there's definitely been a lot of long conversations about that, about figuring out like the direction we want to go in. But I think it's all worth it to be able to like see how people respond to these stories and how they resonate with people.
Mm-hmm. Word to the wise for the audience: never use Discord as your archive source. It only leads to bad things.
So true, though.
But yeah. As scattered as everything is, I think that a lot of the old team did lay a lot of important pieces into the ground for the writing team going forward. And absolutely no shade to them for anything that we've said like in the stream today.
Oh yeah,
like I said, it's all a matter of learning, and they certainly laid the groundwork for us to be able to succeed now. So I very much appreciate a writing team past and present and future.
Yeah. And future, which means that you guys should apply for writing team. Shameless plug. But if you're curious about helping us out with our writing and our characters, I believe community writing applications are open. So if you're curious, like even just a little bit curious take a look.
Let's take a look.
I'm taking a look as well. What's available? Let's see. We have.
Join us in writing. We don't bite.
We do
I
have
promise.
community writing applications open.
We do.
Also, and we shouted them out earlier, but tech team as well.
And I think one little bit I do want to add that I really like about Clash is that even though, like, yes, we do have a writing team and it is our job to work with the characters and the lore, it's not just writing team who like has control over the characters, you know? Like, we want everyone to be able to feel like they can say stuff about the characters, about the world, and because it's everyone's characters. When you're on a team, like, they're your characters too, and we want to hear what you have to say about these characters, because maybe you have something that like nobody else had thought about. Maybe you're really passionate about a character that the writing team doesn't really focus on. Maybe you have like these really awesome ideas for like how to add to the lore and world building. We want to hear all of that. So at least in my time with the team, I think that's been one of my favorite things, is just everyone can contribute. Everyone can discuss. Because there are characters.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, I finished.
Oh, sorry. But I was just going to say, I think something that I really appreciate about the Clash crew, specifically within the last like year or so, is that I think it's much more open to people who are outside of specific teams contributing to the work for specific things. Like Lynn, I know, has contributed to some like brand art, even though that's not a role that they have. I did some texture work for Halloween as an example. Different artists are also welcome to contribute to like character conversations for the writing. We've had some game design meetings where everyone has been welcome to participate. It's gotten a lot more open to like cross training or dabbling into things that you certainly didn't apply to the team for, but you know, now you have the chance, now you have the opportunity to get this experience. And I think that's something that I really appreciated in the recent existence of the team.
Like, I think I've grown a lot as an artist just from being on Clash and like
absolutely
wanting to contribute to like to the other ways of art within the team too. And also like I think also just like communication and leadership is something that some of the roles I've taken on at the team I've learned. So it's been a really rewarding, really great experience, at least for me.
Mm-hmm. And I'm glad that you guys are here and doing your thing. Everyone on the team is so incredibly talented. Like every time they put out something new, it just amazes me.
Mm-hmm.
You guys are all very talented at what you do. So thank you.
And thank you for all of your moderation and support work. Like, you keep our community safe, man. You also do extremely important work.
Thank you.
Yep, don't forget our awesome mods and support, because I don't see moderation as something I can do, but they're able to do it, and I respect them a lot for that. So shout out to supporter moderation.
They've seen so much. I appreciate our moderators so much.
We love our moderation team. Love my fellow mods. We also do we do go through a lot. So yes, we appreciate it. But everyone, everyone plays their own role and does their part, and everyone has just unique talents, and everyone deserves a shout out. Shout out to the whole Clash crew in general.
You guys are amazing.
Yeah.
So I think I'm excited to see where all of this goes, especially with like the more openness to cross department stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I think the future looks bright.
Yeah, it's always a learning process, but I think it's headed in a very positive direction.
I agree.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that was our last question that we picked specifically from the form.
Yes.
I know there were a couple others that we might have time for. So where do we want to go from here, gamers?
That's a good question. I want to see what else maybe we can pull, or we could start having people chat. That's up to you. What you want to do.
I think we could probably look into the other questions from the forum. We wanted to prioritize the more dev-centric ones for the sake of time, but we still have like 40 minutes left, so I think we can dive into the more character-centric ones, I suppose.
100%.
You could call them that. Do you need the link to that, or
yes,
do you
please.
have it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, give me 1 second. I know the chat that they're in. I just need to grab the form. Should be up here. There. I'm gonna at you in the chat.
Perfect.
There you go.
Thanks.
Okay, Crunchy, listen. The Homestuck one was related to Misty, and thus related to the campaign. So
It's very important.
it's very important.
It's very, yeah, exactly.
You know, I think the world deserves to know that Misty is, in fact, she would be a Tumblr girly.
She made like the flower crown edits in
All
like
right, so I'm gonna go.
2016.
I'm definitely gonna go into some of the cog specific ones that we have in here. All right. What do litigator and case manager think of each other? In all cutscenes we see, Case is so quiet around him, and why is that?
Case is quiet, kind of in general. Even around, like, I would say Courtney is probably the member of the litigation team he's most comfortable around.
Yep.
He just kind of is a quiet individual. I think that between Mundy and Barry, or litigator in Case, there is that sort of mutual respect. Like, that, I would say that they're both pretty respected in their fields. You know, they have that sort of professional co-worker relationship, I would say.
Yeah, and he's just, he's just busy with so much stuff. He's like, whatever, tunes.
And case manager.
Yeah,
He goes case manager.
Case manager. Yeah,
Case
but
manager.
Yep,
I
he
think
just goes case manager.
I think the way I would see it is they have a mutual respect for each other and for what they do. And the case manager is the case manager.
I really love how, like, one of his attacks when he does guilt trip, all he just says is just your fault. Like, oh wow, okay.
What I even
He
said.
is very to the point.
Like, you messed up. If he's talking, you messed up.
One of his Halloween lines is
But
just
why?
oil can, and that's it.
He mad.
So apparently someone would like to know what exactly is up with Holly and Mary.
Ah, yes. That was from April Tunes COO 2023, I believe, that got discussed.
Yes. That was yes.
I believe the current state of their relationship is they used to be more antagonistic towards each other, but now there's sort of a mutual respect there. I don't think that the Mary and Holly relationship is one that we have really, like, delved into yet. I don't want to speak for Duke because Duke is the one who wrote the COO. Well, he's been the central writer for the COO for years now. ever since the original writer left. I know he for sure has done 2023 onward. Okay, Crunchy is clarifying how it went from antagonism to respect. Honestly, I think they just kind of are both very direct and blunt about what they want. And I think that is something that they certainly admire in each other. They're both very goal-driven, very, very much set in how they go about things. I think it's something that caused an initial personality clash, but over time it evolved into, no, yeah, I see how you're going about things. I think that's about as much as I can say. Did anybody else have anything to say about that question, or?
I was just going to say that I think that was a sign to like start like looking more into character relationships again. I think there's a lot of potential. Like not even with just like Holly and Mary, even though that is like a relationship I want to explore more. They've grown me. Sorry, I'm looking at stream and the evil Holly.
Sorry.
But I think character relationships in general is, I think, something that I'd also want to add to the pile of like things I want to see and want to explore more.
Yeah. I think as far as how I've approached social media comics in the past, I personally really love exploring those dynamics that you wouldn't normally see. I think a lot of them have yet to be worked on, but one thing I like to do is I just spin a wheel of select two managers, and just write a comic with those two featured. It's a really fun writing exercise, honestly.
Love that.
I need to not watch stream because I'm just cracking up.
No, that's the best
Oh,
part.
she is so beautiful.
And then along with this,
You like my Holly Drinky Bird and
I was about to
bucket
say
of
the
water,
Holly
Mary.
Drinky Bird. Burb.
Okay. I'm fine. I promise.
Serious.
You get Dusky.
Locked in.
I'm locked in.
Dusky.
Imagine the little Holly
I'm
on your
locked in.
shoulder yelling at you to lock in.
I am to change it back so that you could still focus.
Okay. Focus. Okay, next question.
Okay, let's see here. This may go into more just for the writing in general. Just both. This is a question for you guys. Why you guys love working on the game as the writing team?
Oh, let's see. Answers to that. I say it like that because there's a million different answers, but as far as what I'd narrow it down to, I think it's nice to put characters that, I've always wanted to see in media into, a media, sort of putting them in a place where they can be seen, or because I was actually on a partner stream like a month ago talking about this, but the fact that Thomas was Arrow Ace was really important to me in the early fan base. Like, I don't think I've seen many characters that are so outwardly Arrow Ace before. Like, there are asexual characters, certainly, but I think Arrow Ace is a lot more rare. And I think that importance is something it's something that I don't want to underestimate. And I think Lynn and Reed are another good example of that. Like, I don't think that there's been a lesbian couple in Clash. Certainly not one that is like in the state that Reed and Lynn are in, which is sort of not quite there yet, but it's certainly something that might happen. But like those kinds of stories, I think, are so important to tell. And I think getting to explore all of these like unique things about tunes and cogs and like all of their funky little relationships, I think actually getting to put that into writing, put it out for an audience who may need to see it, I think that's one of the most important things for me.
I think what you said about like getting that out to its audience that may need to see it is also something that really resonated with me. I know when I first got into Clash, and I remember seeing like some of these characters and just feeling so seen by like some of the struggles that like I also like relate to, and I guess I wanted to continue doing that. I think there's a lot of stories that can be told with the characters of Clash, both tunes and cogs, and I think there's stories that deserve to be seen, and I want to help that out and help get those stories seen. I think I already said that, but it means a lot. I think something else I would also say is just the people who work on Clash. Even just in my first year here, I've met so many incredible people that I am so happy to be able to call my friends. And they're kind of the people that like, keep me going. Like even when like I'm not feeling the best, I'm not the most motivated on what I want to work on, they're the people who they got my back, and I'm really happy to have been able to meet these people.
For sure. Like there are so many people with so many different life experiences that I've met while working on Clash, and just it's this whole melting pot of people, and it's like really amazing to see.
Yeah, I agree.
Mm-hmm.
I have to make sure
I
the
feel
chat
like
is talking about
for
Thomas
where
the Cog and not myself. Sorry.
okay, I was just saying that I think with where I am in my life right now, I think I'm really grateful to have found Clash with where I am right now. Kind of like weird, like young adult stage.
Mm-hmm. I do be working a 9 to 5, so I'm a bit later on in life, but Clash is certainly one of those places where I can, find my enjoyment and express my creative side, because I don't really get to do that for the 40-hour work week. It's a nice creative outlet, I suppose.
Nice little like just a way outside of what you do in your normal day to day, right? Just to be able to still utilize and just show your skills and just have fun with it.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
And to make
So yeah,
things for
writing
a
team, you guys
community
are
that's like
awesome, and I
that
love it.
loves.
I first got into the game
Well,
last year before, so it's like it's just great to see how much work you guys put into everything you did. I was very very impressed when I did my first playthrough of the game.
Well, I'm glad, and I'm glad you're here now.
Let's see. Do you guys have anything else you want to add at all, or?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
A question I have as well here is, how are you guys keeping the essence of characters as people come and go from group?
Well, honestly, I think as far as like keeping the essence of characters between members coming and going, I think it's important to remember that, a lot of people who are on the crew now were essentially put onto the crew by those former crew members. And a lot of those former writers are also here, like Duke Tricky Flip, as previously mentioned, still on the team. Polygon, still on the team. Maven, still on the team. So we haven't lost everybody who was previously here, though it is certainly something that has, happened in the past. But even outside of that, I would say, we are all new to the team at some point, and that essence does get, passed on from person to person. But, we are all learning from each other at the end of the day, too. It's not one person working on one character all the time. It's all of us contributing to all the characters, all of us having a voice. And if there are changes, it's like made sort of as a group idea of where this character should go and not really one person all the time. And certainly new ideals may get introduced, but I think that the core of the character still stays the same. That was kind of a rambly answer, admittedly, but it's kind of an answer that's hard to put into words.
I think the way I would say it is, at least the way I've been approaching it, is trying to keep like what I believe was like the original intention of the character, while not like trying to stay restricted to the past and to that, and trying to see like how far we can move with the character. There's a lot to be done with the characters, and I don't think we should be necessarily, like, for the lack of better words, held back by what we can and can't do. It's a hard question to answer, but at least, like, the way I would answer it is just like trying to respect the original intent of the character while still like moving forward.
Yeah, I would say, yeah, it's a happy medium between, referencing the past and trying to, adhere to original intent while also bringing new things to the table and sort of taking the direction that we think the character needs to go in. We do be learning all the time.
Adapt and learn. Also, amazing job on Winston. I'm loving seeing this.
Thank you.
Winton.
We love Winston.
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 He deserves some more love.
It's true.
This is true to him.
He's such a silly little guy.
He was locked in prison. Aww.
Error.
Unfortunately, hypnotizing the tunes to buy your goods will kind of put you in that position, I suppose.
Yes.
Big smile. I love a part of his design, like the small little detail of like there being like this sort of rubber band or something that makes it look like it's holding like their smile up and like forcing them to smile all the time. I love that little detail.
Yeah, it's very neat.
All right. Do you guys have any fun facts or lore about Mary and Misty? Do you want to share?
Misty is a Tumblr girly. She would absolutely be on Tumblr.
Whatever the cog equivalent of Tumblr is.
Tumblr. I'd actually be curious to see what that would be. Cogler, yeah.
Cogler.
Misty is the original poster of Do You Like the Color of the Sky?
This is true. This is true.
Cogblur.
I think it's hard to say fun facts without like revealing any spoilers from the short story, because I think that's where a lot of the work has been put in. But I guess one thing I can say is and then I don't say anything. You might see some interesting stuff in those short stories. Some of those could qualify as fun facts.
I'm trying to think for Mary and like what she might have that isn't spoilerly because I know she does have some stuff. Hold on.
Mm-hmm. Also, I see somebody consistently asking for favorite cereals.
I like Frosted Flakes.
Mary's favorite cereal. Oh, Mary's favorite cereal.
I think Misty would like Apple Jacks.
I think I was about to say she would love that too.
I like your shoelaces.
That or maybe
Thanks,
Captain
I stole
Crunch.
them from the president.
We're just being
Hog
silly
flakes.
here at this point.
Just adoring these drawings. Sorry.
Oh yeah, you're fine. I don't think we have much to add on to that question. I'm sorry if the answer wasn't very satisfying, but hopefully,
I mean, there's
once
only
the short
so much
story...
we can share, right?
Yeah.
There's only so much. And also, I think it was said earlier, we're also kind of revisiting everyone and adding more to them. So along the process, there will be more fun facts to reveal about them.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Okay, a lot of people are seeing this, so I will ask it because I've been seeing in the chat. So, is the Chief of Dollars canon, or is she non-canon like the High Roller?
I keep seeing this question. Why? I didn't know if she was a favorite.
She exists in the canon outside of canon, much like High Roller. She exists. She is canon within her own space. Is she canon to the story? I don't know.
She's encrypted. I'm looking at the chat.
She is in that wonderful limbo of simultaneously canon and non-canon that a couple of our characters inhabited.
I know this one.
Is she like a certain Skelecog? Gulps.
A lot of people were asking who is Chief of Dollars.
That certain Skelecog. Sorry to all of the fans of that Skelecog in the chat. He's probably not coming back because he's based on an IP that we do not have any rights to. Unfortunately, for the sake of the legal team,
she's canon in my heart. Love it.
And he can remain canon in your heart.
Always.
I'm trying to draw from memory. Oh my god. The big lips.
I'm excited to see this.
Oh, it's nice.
Oh, wow. Did you make that all by yourself?
I know a certain other question that hasn't been asked yet because I remember seeing somebody in a server I'm in bring it up.
Wait, what question?
So is now the time when we talk about Plutocrat and the satellite invaders?
I was actually literally just about to ask that question. I was literally about to pull that up. All right, so
right,
anything related to that?
I have his page pulled up. Wait.
We really thought alike there, didn't we? We wanted to bring up the Plutocrat.
Wait. I have some stuff that we might share, but I will ask because I think it's funny.
Okay.
Okay.
Or not funny, but I think it could be shared.
I think as long as you say this is from like internal documents, you can share the first part. I would say the first part is fine. Second part might be getting a little too much into spoilers. So the one I'm replying to is okay.
Okay. Can I share this one specifically? I think it's the third sentence. I think it's really funny.
Give me a second to read through it. I mean, I don't know if that's still, because some of these lore documents are a bit old, they're a bit dusty, so I don't know if that's 100% the direction we're going to be taking in the future.
It'd be really funny if it was.
I mean, it is very funny. Hey, everybody, join the team so we can bombard you with scrapped content.
Yeah.
Scrapped content. You guys gotta see everything. I sure did. It was awesome.
I would say just stick to the first part because that's already canon.
Dang, okay. And this is why you guys should apply for writing team, so you can know the forbidden lore and know what I'm what I'm laughing really hard at.
Totally.
Okay.
We have openings. Apply for them. They're an amazing team.
And you should go for it. All right, so...
And then some people apply to the team, join, get the scrapped ideas, and then leave.
All the scrapped ideas are like, oh, what? What?
All right. Okay, so with the satellite investors looking at like our documents, what I would say is all the investors kind of have their own role they play to help the plutocrat out. Reading out the list, Karen is... That's how you pronounce his name, right? Karen Carr? I just realized that I don't know how to pronounce his name.
Honest, I know what it's based on. I know it's based on, like, you know, the satellites, but I'm going to be honest. I don't know how to pronounce them all off the top of my head.
Karen.
I would need to look it up.
Okay, so Karen is Cosmo's right-hand man, so kind of like the underboss. Nyx is the plutocrat's hitman, so if plutocrat needs someone, quote, taken care of, end quote, he's the guy. Hydra is the, quote, rat catcher. He finds out if anyone is a threat to their schemes and tells the others. Six runs the white-collar crime, so he owns the storefront business, so Mozzarella 6 Pizzeria. And Kerberos launders money. He's a money launderer and ensures a steady income to Cosmo. I think that's all I can say.
I think it's really funny that the Mafia is like canon to Corporate Clash's universe.
Don't even worry about it, man.
Don't even worry about it.
I mean, I think that there's enough silly Mafia riffs and cartoons that it's not entirely out of the realm of possibility.
I see someone freaking out in chat. You're welcome.
This is like the only thing that satellite.
Oh, hey, look, it's the exact person who asked the question. Hello.
It sure is.
I will say that doing stuff with the satellite investors, at least for me, has been on my mind, because it's like he has 5 guys working for him. That's pretty cool. I think there's potential that could be done, especially because like they're named after Pluto's moons.
They certainly haven't been given a lot of spotlight individually. Maybe a bit in Winging It, but that's about it. Also, I'm putting it in VC text if Mims would like to share. I carved a plutocrat pumpkin last Halloween.
Oh, I would love to share.
Give me 1 second, because for whatever reason, Discord really does not like me copying my own images into another chat when they're too big. Here you go.
Dusky, lower the image quality. What is this? Just kidding.
Pumpkin.
Well, I don't know. Like, it uploaded just fine before, and now it's having issues because Discord hates me specifically.
Do you want to try forwarding it to me and see if I can put it in? I don't know.
I just put it in VC text.
Oh, okay, I see.
There he is, Pumpkin Crat.
Yeah, Pumpkin Crat.
Little pumpkin.
I was the one who did the textures and came up with the idea to make more pumpkin for Halloween.
Love that.
Yes,
so pumpkin.
We love him. He's so pumpkin.
Sorry, I'm looking at chat. Do the satellites have to sing happy birthday when one of Mozzarella Stick's customers has a birthday party? Do they do birthday party? Do they do birthday parties?
Like a Cracker
Can
Barrel.
we?
That would, dude. Do they do weddings? Oh my goodness.
Wait,
They should do weddings.
dude, Lynn Reed wedding at the Mozzarella Sticks Pizzeria.
The reception is just beating up all of the satellite investors.
Yay!
Oh boy.
But for the funny answer, do they do birthdays? I think that they did it once and then never again.
One-time thing, one and done.
Because they got beat up the one time they did it.
Unfortunately, when you are a disguised operation, coming out to sing happy birthday as you are is not exactly the wisest idea.
True.
The satellites being a barbershop quartet when it's singing happy birthday. That's beautiful.
That's actually great. I think for one more thing that we could cover, do you want to elaborate more on writing for cogs versus writing for tunes?
Sure. So as I mentioned before, cogs tend to have a more like formal, I would say more adult way of speaking. And I would say the tunes, are still adults for the most part, but it also comes with that, like, how would I describe it? Like, cogs are adults in the workplace setting where they watch their language and they like make a point of speaking formally, speaking with respect. Tunes do not do that. They are they are the little guys that speak pretty much like you would speak to your friends or speak when you're in a call online. Hi. If you want to think about it like that, as far as specifically voice, there are certainly exceptions to that. Like Little Old Man has his own very specific way of speaking. Bert also. You can throw in specific accents, like with Reed or with Travis. They're both certainly wacky, but they're wacky in very different ways. Yes, you've been drafted.
Ned. Ned, that was perfect.
Once we do get back working on the task line, can we keep Flippy drafting your tune?
Please.
Sorry, I didn't hear that quite well.
Can Flippy still draft our tune after if we change the task line at any point? Can Flippy please draft our tune to war?
Well, if you think about it, all tunes are drafted, as in they're created on a draft board.
We're clearly on a draft board, and Lord loud and clear guides us.
Well, we'll see how that develops, I suppose.
True.
Okay, my answer for the writing for cogs versus tunes, I think I would say there's also like there's a balance to both of them. So, like with the cogs, like obviously they are serious, but also wanting to balance like they're unserious at the end of the day. They're pretty wacky. And balancing that with again their seriousness. And again with the tunes, like of course the tunes are these wacky, silly creatures, but they also have like these really good opportunities for heartfelt, these really deep moments, emotional moments, and I think finding that balance is also a part of it.
For sure.
Totally. Also loving this doodle right now.
Thank you. That's my tune because it was my birthday a couple days
Yes.
ago.
Happy birthday. You know what? This reminds me of like the scene, if anybody watched SpongeBob, where Squidward's like wishing the kid a happy birthday, he's like, happy birthday. Happy. It's so monotone and everything. Like that's literally the vibe it's giving off right now.
Oh, is that the episode where like the Krabby Patties were like this gray goop that was made on
Yes.
an assembly line?
When
Yeah,
they're
I remember
processed
That's
that
there,
mozzarella
and
episode.
yeah,
sticks.
it's under new management and everything. It's literally giving off that vibe.
Dude, they're feeding the tunes the sludge.
Yeah, the Krabby Monday's birthday song. Happy birthday.
Just as a heads up, I'm going to be right back.
Okay, no worries. You're writing it too?
Under new management. Wait,
Say that again.
I know this one.
Bob LaPunch. Y'all watch Bob
Oh my
LaPunch?
goodness. Bob the Punch.
I was gonna ask why are you guys saying SpongeBob in French?
It's Bob the Sponge.
Why is he French?
Y'all watch Bob LaPunch?
Hi, I'm back. Sorry, my mom had to show me pictures of a dog.
Oh, cute.
Aw.
You're okay. That's
Okay.
a valid reason to go for me because I love dogs.
There is a quick question I want to ask real quick from Crunchy. Out of curiosity, would there ever be a consideration of giving them unique accessories or more identifiable features, or does part of their charm come from their current appearance for the satellite investors?
I think a unique appearance for them is something we've actively considered, yeah. It's certainly not priority, but it is certainly something that has been talked about.
It has been talked about, and I think they would look awesome with unique appearances.
I do like them as like Skelecog goons. So in my mind, if I were to like give them their own design, speaking as like a character concept artist, I would probably just from my experience, I'd give them like maybe little accessories. I personally wouldn't do like a full head for them, but
Right.
that's just because I like them as a Skelecog because they're so funny. Happy birthday. Oh, they should all have like little
Okay.
unique hats. Like
Aww.
like
That'd be so cool.
one
Like
of them
little
has like a
unique
top
birthday
hat.
hats.
You should have a little birthday hat on top of his existing hat.
Aw. I don't know which one this is. It can be whatever buff Skelecog.
I'm just admiring it.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, I
It's
think
your
we're all just
birthday.
admiring it. Were there any more questions, or was that the last one?
There was one that was been asked by someone asking is if Corporate Clash is ever going to collab with any other Toontown server, or the mod for Plants for Zombies, like the Reflourish. Saying he had an idea for that, but
I think collaborations are probably one of the lowest priority things that we're looking into at the moment. I mean, we did just finish with makeship.
True.
I would say that like coordinating those things is something that takes a lot of like effort and time, and if it does happen, it's going to be in the like far future, but currently like no real plans for it.
I guess the other smallest collaboration that we've had, even though it's not technically a collab, but it's like it's happening between two servers, is like the Pride parade that we have in game, like that both Rewritten and Corporate Clash do.
Yeah, but that's arranged by like a whole third-party service. It's not
True.
arranged by us.
That is true.
Shout out to the Toontown Pride team. Y'all are amazing.
Yes.
Love you very much.
Also, thank you so much for the raid, SP Studio.
Oh, thank you for the raid.
Yay.
Can I bully
Alrighty.
you
Well,
guys
it
into saying
is.
anything about the dirt? Well, actually, it's 4. I won't bully you right now.
It is now. It just rolled over.
Yeah. So, is it about time for the thing? In that
I
case.
think it's time for the thing.
Oh, it's thing time.
The thing.
Thing time.
Alrighty. So, for those tuned in, we are going to be doing some giveaways for our lovely Mary Keychain plushie and Misty plushie.
Yes.
The codes are going to be for one each, so it'll be either a code for Mary or a code for Misty. It's not both. And it is going to be 3 of each given away here, and then there will also be 2 of each given away in our official Discord. So yeah, good luck, everybody.
Yes. Yes.
And I believe you will be starting that, Thomas? Question
Yes.
mark?
Give me one moment
Yes.
while I pull that up. So you're doing some in the
Flower
Discord.
Bloom
All
Bell.
right. Let me see.
This is for the IRL plushie.
Also, for
the
some weird
backpack-
reason, the VC text was not in my listed of channels. So
Oh, what?
thank you,
Oh, no.
Mayhem had to ping me for it to come back.
Oh my gosh.
Thank you, Mayhem.
Oh, what was I just about to say?
So just being
yeah.
an active chatter gets you guys entered. So with you guys all chatting in here, that does automatically enter you. Just being here definitely does that. So give me just one moment.
I just wanted to say for the social media announcement of the in-game plushie backpacks, those will be released eventually in-game for everyone via item code. They're not in the game yet, but it'll be, if you remember the fire setter rewards, it'll be very similar to that. We'll be announcing the code on socials, and you'll be able to grab them once they're in game.
Sorry, I'm getting the code. So give me just one moment.
Oh yeah, no problem. But yeah, thank you to everybody who has already bought the plushies. Thank you for helping our little guys get funded. We do not see any of the profits from this. Of course, it all goes to charity. But seeing the enthusiasm you guys have for our funky little ladies is it's amazing to see every single time. So thank you all for your support. Even if you haven't bought the plushies, just like helping to engage with everything. Like, you guys mean a lot to us. Thank you. Thank you so much for being here.
Mm-hmm.
Just sharing it helps too. Like, seriously.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I'm looking at how many people are watching. We got 95 people. That's almost 100. Like, thank you guys. I mean,
that's fantastic.
Thank you. Like, you guys are the reason why we keep on, why we're on Clash, why we keep on doing what we're doing. So, thank you to all of you guys.
Oh.
Did it? Oh, did it?
I think somebody didn't realize that this was the stream chat.
Oh, we had a. Oh yeah, Mel came in and out. That was funny.
Hello, friend. It
love
was
that.
good to see you for the millisecond you were here.
Well, it is 4:05. Do you think we should end the stream around now?
So the stream can still run for a sec while the giveaway goes because it's going to go in the chat. And then for the people that win, I will send you guys a Twitch whisper with the code. And I'm getting the bot ready, so it will ping whoever gets it here in just a moment.
Well, I suppose while we're sitting here waiting for the raffle, would you guys like to have a non-canon discussion about our COG's favorite cereals?
I guess.
Yes. Give me one moment. There is one question. How do you know if you're entering?
Okay.
just by actively chatting. So being in here chatting, just like everyone is right now, the raffle will automatically detect it and put you in for the entries. So good luck.
Good luck, everyone.
I think Prester likes shredded wheat.
Oh yeah. He likes Prester much.
You said how many are going out over Discord? You said are all 6 going out over the stream, or you said there's some going over Discord, right?
6 of them are going out during stream. 4 of them are going out over Discord for 10 total.
Perfect. I do have the 6 that are going to be going out on stream, so we'll start on those.
I know you said something after 6, but I heard 6, 7.
6, 7. 6, 7.
All right, so for the first one, SC4P Ghost, you got the first one. You got the first code. Congratulations.
Woo!
I will
Congratulations.
make sure to send you a whisper with your code. And we are running 5 more, so just remember there are still going to be a few more.
Oh, there goes another one.
And next we have Cataclysmic. Oh my gosh, Cataclysmic.
Cataclysmic?
Thank you. I cannot say that for some weird reason. Congratulations. You won the second code. Awesome. Death Defying, you won the third code. Congratulations.
Yeah. Congrats.
Congratulations.
Yay.
I need to get these. Oh. Caillou James, you have won the 4th code. Congratulations. I'm opening a notepad so I can get these in here. Perfect.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, guys. We still have 2 more coming out. Binchu, you have won the 5th code. Congratulations.
Woo-hoo.
Woohoo.
Now we have one last one here. Sonic Spartan 2013, you have won the 6th and final code that has been giving out on Twitch. Congratulations.
Yay.
Congratulations, everyone.
Congratulations to everyone that won. I will be sending you guys' codes over Twitch Whisper. And with that, I think we should be good to close out the stream whenever you feel ready, Mims. If there's anything else you guys want to discuss, go for it. We are now, guys, we hit 101 viewers. Oh my goodness.
Oh my gosh.
Hi, guys.
Oh my gosh. Hi. Thank you guys so much. Oh my goodness.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, everyone, for coming in and
love all of
chatting with
you.
us and being able to watch Mims' amazing art. So yes, thank you, Mims, for that too.
Of course. Thank you.
Thank you, Dusky. Thank you, Lynn, for your guys' amazing answers and just being able to have this awesome discussion and for having me too.
Yeah, everyone say thank you, Thomas.
Thank you for hosting.
Yeah. Yes, I'm going to end the stream now. So bye, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye,
There's still 4
everyone.
codes
Thanks for
coming to
tuning in.
Discord.
Thank you so much. We love you all.
Yeah.